Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. Today we are back with week 8 of She's Crafty's mini paper pad class using this sketch here. So I am going to be using the One Canoe 2 Saturday afternoon collection. I wanted to say Saturday morning, but nope, Saturday afternoon collection. And once again, I am turning it into a 2-page layout. So instead of using, I do have the 12 by 12 paper pad, but instead of using that, I decided to use the wood grain here. These are some selfies that I took of me and the kids at a beach, and I just felt like the lighter wood kind of gave off that beach vibe. It was definitely not a bright summer day. It was May, I think. So still kind of chilly up here in Michigan, but so I grabbed out some of the papers from the 6x8 paper pad that I have for this collection. I laid out my pictures kind of how I thought I wanted them. In the sketch, each layout is supposed to have 3 pictures, but the way that I have mine, one page is going to have 2 and the other one obviously is just going to have 1. And they had them kind of cut down into squares. Excuse me. But had I done that, I would have missed out, or I would have cut off all of the beach on the 2 landscape pictures, and I didn't want to cut off the beach. I wanted that, to be included because honestly I thought it was pretty. So I am, for the most part, following the sketch. I do switch it up just a little bit because I do make it a 2-page layout, but I did use some of the washi I have. That is that dark blue with the phrases on it. I remembered that I had it, and that is one thing that I own that I don't use enough of, and I own a lot of it. And so I figured it would be a good place to use it. And so I cut up the 2 strips into flags, and I trimmed those down. One is 2 inches wide and one is 1 inch wide, I believe. I did double back the picture in white, and then I had this deeper teal paper from a different collection that I thought matched nice. And then I just taped down the 2 flags there, like the sketch. However, because I have a landscape picture there and not just a square, I believe the flags, oh, I should pull it up in front of me. We're supposed to be shorter than that lower paper, that last paper on the bottom. There's something there that didn't line up because I had the landscape picture. But honestly, you do what you need to do, is what I feel, at least, with what you have. I don't generally print pictures less than a 4x6 size, and so for these sketches that have the smaller pictures, it is kind of challenging for me, and so I just have to adapt. And that's the nice thing about sketches. You don't have to follow it perfectly. You can if you want, and if not, then you just kind of make it your own. And so because I only have the 3 pictures, I knew that this collection had quite a few cut aparts. And so instead of another picture up top, I decided from the beginning that I was going to use cut aparts instead of pictures. And this one I thought was pretty perfect. It says, "Let's be lazy." And I feel like that's kind of like an Adirondack chair that you would see at the beachish, at a beach house. And so I just liked that it kind of matched with the beach theme. And then in the 6x8 paper pad, there was this little, it's like a flag with a camera on it, but it actually has a deeper taupe color that I could have cut off. I decided to keep it there and use that, and then there's a smile little cut apart that I'm going to be using as well. I switched up some of the papers. That navy one that I have down, I think was actually supposed to be, per the sketch, that hexagon teal paper, but I didn't have enough of the hexagon teal paper. I only had one sheet of that, and so I had to switch some up a little bit, and I do like the way it looked. I could have tried to use more washi, but it wasn't really thick enough for what or the sketch, kind of envisioned. So I just used that dark navy with the sayings instead of the washi there. And then I'm going to double back this picture as well. And I did actually, from the beginning of the sketch, decide to flip-flop where I had the second picture. If you remember at the beginning, the first way I had it laid out, I actually had two pictures on the right-hand layout. But I wanted a title on this first page, and I just thought having the title and the cut aparts with sayings on them was just too much verbiage for the page, and so I flip-flopped the picture. And then I kind of just eyeballed the placement of the navy and the teal paper on the second page. My T-square is not long enough for me to spread it across a 2-page layout, so I tried to kind of measure it, and it's not perfect, but it's not off enough for me to rip things up and reposition. So then I'm going to use kind of just mirror what I did on the first layout with this, and get down kind of my embellishment cluster here with the cut apart, and then the other two smaller cut aparts. That camera one I just glue down, and then I do pop up the smile on some foam tape just to give it some dimension. It does kind of blend in with that navy, but I still liked the placement of it there. And then it was kind of getting into embellishing the layout. I kind of had the base down, and so it was just nice to kind of embellish. The sketch, wow, brain fart there, had like a banner like this, and luckily this collection I have tons of embellishments and I have tons of banners, so I used the banner, and then I used the title smile. And now really that first page, to me, there's not a lot of embellishments, but the way that the papers sit, there's not really many more places that I would want to embellish, so I kind of leave that first page alone. I did want to get that circle from the sketch in here somehow. I do have these two circle template things. They're supposed to be for thickers, but for me it worked well. I looked at the sticker sheet, and there were quite a few hearts on the sticker sheet, so I decided to make my circle out of these hearts and kind of just try to evenly space them out. I do end up switching a couple of the colors here because I think I had two navies, and so I wanted to separate them some more. And then what I'm going to do, I have 3 different sized white gel pens. So I took the thickest one and kind of made it look like there was stitching in between the hearts. I don't actually think I even did a close-up. It's hard to see here, but and I don't think I have a close-up of that there, but it does kind of look like stitching, and it kind of connects the hearts a little bit. However, once I placed that down, it kind of left a big open space at the top of that picture, and I just didn't love it. So I'm kind of playing around with the stickers. I decided to put that floral sticker there because it does kind of go with the circle. If you were to extend the circle, I feel like that flower would almost be on that same line. And so I do place it there just to kind of finish off the circle almost. I did kind of fussy cut some of the leaves off because it was going to be covered up, and I figured it would be a good layering piece you know, somewhere else that you could actually see it. And then I found the, it's almost, well, it's like a three-dimensional camera down below there. So I added that under the picture just because I felt like that bottom corner did need something. And then the sticker sheet here had some phrases, and so I used those, and they say slow down, choose happy, and pure joy. And I just thought all of those phrases were perfect for me and the boys. They love the beach, love the water, so it was perfect. And the way that my oldest on the right hand page, the picture has his arms wrapped around my neck, it just melts my heart. I just feel the love with that picture, and the joy. So those three phrases worked perfectly. So I want your guys' help there. That says, Dear Saturday, I love you. And I felt like that circle down at the bottom just was too open above the picture. So if you think that I should place something there, please comment down below and help me out. I obviously have lots of embellishments for this layout, but I hope you enjoyed week 8 of She's Crafty's mini paper pad class. And if you want to join us, I will link her YouTube channel down below, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.